All right, this next gentleman do a lot of work, working with veterans, working with homeless people, working with ex-offenders, also helping people within the county jails and whatnot in the prisons, man. In fact, he got a story of his own too, and I'm gonna give him a minute, right? Because this brother, he's kind of deep, and he's an educator and all of that, so we're really proud of you. Come on up here, Mr. Change Agent, Mr. Mark Thomas.
All right, I'd like to thank everyone here who contributed to me coming up here, especially Dr. Jones, who nominated me. I'd like to just read something I wrote recently and posted on my Facebook about an experience I had last month in downtown San Francisco that kind of illustrates what I like to highlight. It's titled, "America, Some of Your Trash is Human." Yes, America, all of us fit into or some type of Americans. So it goes, it was a beautiful day in San Francisco. I was walking down a busy part of Market Street, as I would tell the 911 dispatcher a little later, between 6th and 5th, listening to my iTunes on my iPhone as I headed home after work. When I looked over across the street, that's a big piece of trash there in the street, or it's a man. I saw a man lying curled up in the gutter in the street in front of a bus stop. So I jaywalked across the street to see what was going on here. I often see people laying on the sidewalks like trash, but not one before laying in the gutter in the street. So I came up to him, still alive I saw. I asked him if he wanted help out of the street. He said yes, but he could barely move, so I lifted him up. He could barely move. I got him on the curb at least, where he continued to lie half curled up. "You want an ambulance, man?" "Yes." "You are a man, aren't you? Not trash. Still, that's matted crap on you. Blood on your shirt. A mess, man, a real mess. Man, this world's a mess." But the beat goes on. "America, did you know that some of your trash is human? Did you hear me, America? The beautiful, America, the ugly, America that leaves people lying in the street like trash." I stood for 10 minutes after calling 911 next to the man waiting. The man looked at me through bleary eyes, upwards, seeing me, maybe not seeing me. I looked down at him. What did he see? What did I see? I looked around. A woman standing behind me at the bus stop said, "Thank you." I nodded. At least they sent a real ambulance and not a garbage truck. The paramedics said they take care of him when they arrive, take him to the drunk tank. I left, to BART, to home. Hey, what would you say to the people who question why bother? I say, F you, except I don't use such foul language. But foulness for foulness, America the indecent. What you do for the least among you, you do that for me. So did I do it for Christ? There, but for the grace of God goes I. No, there by the grace of God, I now know, though I also, it was the right thing to do. So that highlights for me is we're in the trenches, we're at war, we're at soldiers, but we have to battle what's in the minds of us as Americans and humans, all the isms and the schisms and the attitude that let us throw people away like trash. That's what California, the U.S. is doing. Most people in the big trash can in the world. So what's going on here? There's something going wrong in the minds of America. I see it all day long on the politics and some of the insanity. I think some of the people got to be insane with the different realities we're going through here. So that's just what I always like to highlight. And I had to raise my bar. I did 13 years of bank robbery, and I learned a lot. I helped a lot. But when I got out, I still realized that I was walking by people who needed help. I was always saying, well, I got to get home. I got to do this, and I got to do that. And when I started teaching social psychology, I learned my thought process. I say, I'm not going to do that no more. So now every time, no human is trash. So remember, soldiers like the Marine, no human left behind. No trash on our streets.